Look at the little spot of sun coming through. It's amazing. One little hole in the cloud. And a path of life comes forth. It's good because there's so much cloud there. Who knows how soon we'll see the full sun disk. So much light waiting to get out from behind that cloud. Got a very full program this morning from early, so might keep this a little shorter than usual. Let's go out here on this walkway beside these boats. We can go down here. The water is coming up. It's less than a meter down from the full level. I think something like 85 centimeters or so. So it's up to that cement base basically there at the edge of the pier. It's very nice to read the letter that is being sent after all the dispute. From the church in Jerusalem to the church in Antioch. And the practice of sending emissaries to give an oral account besides the written account, because it's personal witness that's so important. It's kind of squeaky, isn't it? And so the motive of the psalm is beautiful. I will give you thanks to you among the peoples, O Lord. The richness of prayer. God is glorified when we ask Him for things, but it's very good for us to also thank, to be thankful, and to give thanks publicly. I will thank you among all the people. I will give thanks to you among the peoples, O Lord. I will chant your praises among the nations. There are so many motives in the midst of hardships and difficulties to still give thanks. It's the great soul gives thanks, grateful, filled with gratitude. it's good to do that, especially when problems are resolved, but also, even if there's no problem today, it's a good reason to give thanks for all the good things. This chair is a little precarious to sit on this morning. Let me see why it's still standing there. Oh, there's a little catch on it down there. Bring it in here, and it's broken. The back is broken as well. One of the famous archaeologists here in Israel was sitting on a chair at the edge of a big dig in the Herodian. I can't think of his name. And he fell off it, and he lost his life in that moment. It was a very sad loss of archaeological competence, and he actually had also made beautiful comments about our synagogue here, that discovery, and he even did a drawing of how the synagogue would have looked like. Why can't I think of his name? My brain isn't cranking yet on that. There was a line in the gospel yesterday that Jesus loved us as the Father loved him. Somebody made a comment about this last night, and it's very worthwhile pondering it. To be sitting there with somebody who would say that to you. That group of very first ones, very first Christians. And here we are still in John chapter 15 today. And he said, "You are my friends." Well, if he loved them with the same love the Father loved him, Trinitarian love, the love of the Trinity, incalculable love, the love that the utmost source of love, God is love. And to be loved with that love, no wonder he calls us friends. Because of his love to us. How do you make friends? How does a guy win a girl's heart? Paying attention, respecting her person, buying a gift. She has a desire to go someplace, to do some activity. And that's given, 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 given. Little children become friends and they play together. They play football, they play sports, they play whatever. And having time together, and then not being mean, because if you're mean, that's going to be the stopping of friendship. That's going to block any bond of affection, any bond of kindness, any bond of goodness. So friendship is made by loving others. And this is the core. If God is love, the core way also of making God known is through friendship, giving to others. One is reflected in the other. Like the trees are reflected here, the houses are reflected, the mountain is reflected, the town of Tiberias is reflected. And 93 million miles away, The sun is reflected here, the sunlight. And so friendship grows. You are my friends. I have called you friends because I have told you everything I've heard from my Father. There's confidence between friends. They share their stories. They undertake things together. And to know oneself loved by God in this way, which is really the beginning from creation. The fact that we were created, made. That's the first foundation of our experience of love from God. He made us. His we are, we belong to Him. The lines of Scripture that bring out that relationship with God. It's a lot to ponder upon. It's not you who chose me, but I who chose you. The gift that's given us. And we respond. So people, now we have the sun, and there's enough here to ponder about life. Just imagine children, how much they're loved by their parents, how much love is poured out into them. What gratitude we need, despite the imperfections of our parents. God bless you today. Sow goodness. There's a bountiful harvest from sowing goodness.